My name is Brock Hunter. I'm a former Army Recon Scout. My service was in the late 80s and early 90s, and I served primarily on the DMZ in Korea, the demilitarized zone.
My name is Evan Tsai. I am a United States Marine Corporal. Served from 1994 to 1999, primarily with 2nd Battalion, 3rd Marines, and with Heavy Helicopter Squadron 366.
My name is Richard Leonard, and I am in the Army National Guard. This coming April will be 14 years I've served in the infantry.
I'm Tristan Mattis Castillo, and I served a total of 16 years on active duty. I served in the Navy, the Marine Corps, and the Minnesota Army National Guard.
There are a lot of veterans, a lot of people that have served our country that have become broken.
There's not really a whole lot of people that would say, man, these veterans are doing great things when they come home.
I saw healthy, vibrant young men and women leave for war that came home with a different energy, a different look, a wounding, if you may.
The military is a very different culture than anything in the civilian world, and particularly when you're an elite combat unit like I was in, stationed on a hostile border. It was really like the Twilight Zone.
Just about everybody in my life that knew me before the military saw a different person. It just changed me.
So we have a whole generation of veterans who have seen a lot of intense, up close, very personal combat, and our society is kind of disconnected from this generation of veterans coming home.
I began taking on the mission of taking care of our soldiers in a completely different way, because I knew that it was more than, getting them jobs or getting them housing and kind of those services, that there was a condition of the heart that also needed to be taken care of. And that really is what drives me here today as a Veterans Voices program officer.
Trying to understand veterans and what they've been through is like looking through a camera that is not in focus. You see shapes, you've got general sense of colors, but it's all blurry. And the way that the Veteran Voices brings these veteran stories forward to the community is like slowly turning the focus to super sharp, high definition.
When you hear the word veteran, people say, oh, it's for them. It's that group. And what we're really trying to do is to bring those two groups together to fully understand each other.
Less than 1% of our nation's population are in uniform, and half of that 1% have deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan. Unlike Vietnam, where almost everybody knew somebody who was drafted and going off to fight the war, it's a much more isolated small group today.
You may not know it, but you sit next to a person at work that's a veteran. That's a different culture. They have different thoughts, maybe. They see things a little bit differently. This programming is amazing for breaking down those barriers.
We came together in community. Every part of our program has come from advisory groups of veterans from all eras, all walks of life, all kinds of diverse backgrounds.
I found myself involved in the Humanities Center after I was nominated for the Veterans Voices Award. I was one of several people that were recognized for the work they did.
The programming that was supported by Veterans Voices that I was most involved with was the Telling Project. We had 7 veterans of all eras come together. The stories that were told were our stories, of course. To be able to sit there and watch 7 veterans spill their guts on the stage and feel that emotion that it causes us, and then us feel the emotion it caused the audience, was pretty intense.
Veteran Voices, I think, is such an appropriate name. It's literally handing veterans a microphone and giving them a platform on which to talk about their experiences.
So we have a wide variety of programs and events that we participate either in partnership with other community partners or that we have developed with veterans right here at the Humanities Center. The first one is our Veterans Literature Project, where we've partnered with the Great Books Foundation and the Minnesota Department of Veterans Affairs, as well as veterans and educators together to develop curriculum that will be piloted in schools. That is super exciting.
They want to be able to engage students and have them start thinking about, what it means to be a veteran.
There is an amazing exhibit called Always Lost, which is a living memorial to everyone who has died, to include suicides since September 11th. It's changing the way that our community views us and how we view each other.
The Veterans Voices in the Humanities Center gives veterans an outlet that is not an outlet that they can find anywhere else.
There is something to be celebrated in the sheer diversity and numbers of individuals that have served our country.
My hope with the Veterans Voices program is that the community realizes that we're here and we're doing good things right alongside you.
We can and we have to do a better job this time around with this generation of veterans than we have with those in the past.
We are meeting real needs of humanity, and that's what brings us all together and holds us all together like glue. The community and veterans need to meet each other in the middle and really understand what connects us, and then we can move ahead forward in a more thoughtful and engaged society.